I just wanted to off by asking, if you're okay with it, what year you were. Do I have your consent to record this interview for the Taiwan project, as well as for my. Do I have your consent to record this interview for the Taiwan project, as well as for my. Do I have your consent to record this interview for the Taiwan project, as well as for my final project for my ANTH 197 AC class?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So we can start now. I just wanted to off by asking, if you're okay with it, what year you were born, and where.
Okay. My birthday is I'm born in 2001 and I'm born in Taiwan, Taoyuan,
Okay.
Taiwan. Yeah.
Approximately where in Taiwan is that? Like, were you born in a more rural area, or is it part of the city?
Taoyuan, which is I think it's cities. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. And when you think of your childhood in Taiwan, what is one of the first memories that pops up into your head?
Um, it's school. Yeah. So I remember when I'm in childhood, I don't like to go to school,
Hmm.
but I still have to go to, yeah, that's a requirement, just like everyone else. The one's memory, like most memorable for me, is probably like I had to wake up like very early, around like 6 to go to school at 6:30, and then doing the cleaning until like 7, and then we start the class.
Dang. Okay, so you were getting up pretty early consistently.
Yeah.
What were the afternoons like? Were you at school all day, or did you have a break in between?
So we basically have class until 12, and then we will have a lunch break, and then we will have a snapping break after lunch and a snap. And then we will have afternoon class until like 4 or 5. It depends on the day schedule.
Hmm.
And then I will, yeah, just go home. But I have a different schedule as others. I will not usually go home. I will go to the after class.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you mind explaining like what the after class was and what you kind of did when you went?
So I go to after classes because my grade is pretty bad. I need like extra tutorial. So
Mhm.
we go to the, yeah, after class things to do the extra study.
Okay. Um, did you have a favorite part of going to school or least favorite part of going to school?
Favorite part of going to school? Do I have? Yeah, maybe I have one is because I can play with my friend. Yeah,
Mm,
that's the only reason why go to see my friends.
that's fair. I feel like, yeah, that's pretty similar to how I was in school too. What were your friends like in Taiwan? Did you spend a lot of time with them in general?
Yes, because in Taiwan, others in my age, we have like a fixed classroom, which is like we were having the class, every class in this classroom. So everyone in the classroom is like I can meet them every day. And so we are part of the family. I think so. Yeah, we are the
Okay.
family overall. So I like them.
That's a nice way of thinking about it. How long did you go to school in Taiwan for?
How long? Since I was little, like, wait, when did I go to school? At 5 or 4? When I was 4, and then until I'm 16 years old, and I
Okay.
went to America. Yeah,
Okay, so that's a pretty significant chunk of time.
yeah.
Um, was or how was like the transition from elementary school to middle school to high school, or how was like school broken up?
Summer, during the summertime, we have the transition in summer. So what's the transition? I'm not pretty sure. I think like every time before this like new stage, like new school
Hmm.
happening, I would just like playing around until the school start
That's
because it's summer.
yeah,
It's
it's like a
summer.
true. Let's see. Kind of changing gears a little bit. What is one of the earliest memories that you have of it could be of school in Taiwan or it could just be Taiwan in general.
My earliest probably bring me back to my 2 years old.
Okay, so pretty early.
Yeah, I was doing the surgery that time. That's like earliest. Yeah, yes.
Okay.
All the memory over there is I was in the hospital all day.
Okay.
Yeah. So after that, let's talking about some night market thing. I
Oh,
can
did you say night
yeah,
market? Sorry.
yeah, night markets.
Oh, would you mind
So
telling me about the night markets in Taiwan?
night market in Taiwan. Okay, so it's it's different when it's different between the night markets in here and in Taiwan because in here just a little range of that. But in Taiwan we have a lot night markets and different types of night markets. I remember there's a ones that have like three topic like night market in three topics. One is eating the food and one is playing and one is shopping.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but they are all in one.
Oh, so it's huge.
Yeah,
It's
it's
larger
huge.
than. Okay.
Yeah, it's just not a small one.
Did they happen pretty consistently or was that a special thing that happened?
It's just special thing. There's only I think it's only one and two night markets that have big like big things. But
Okay.
usually like night markets, general, it's just food and playing the games and also the shoppings all in one. Yeah.
Okay. That's
In
super
not
interesting. How would you compare that to did you go to the Tasa night market that happened a couple weeks ago?
I didn't go, but my friends in there. I also been to the Tasa night markets before. Not this one, but like the before one.
How would you compare
And
that? Oh, sorry.
sorry, you should say, do you want to ask me questions?
No, no, it's okay. You keep talking.
No, I think I got you want to say. So what's the difference between like Tasa night market and also this?
Yeah, that's what I
I
was
got
gonna
you.
ask.
So Tasa night markets, it's only food. I not usually see there's a shopping things or like playing games over there. So I think that's a big difference I want to say. But it's pretty close to like a night market, if you want to say like yeah.
Okay. Do you have any specific memories from the night markets that stood out to you or super memorable?
As a child, I really like to play games. So for my night market memory, I probably just like play a lot of games over there. There's a shooting games and there's a oh my god, I don't know the English about that game name, but like there's a round of circle like can you can do, and then you can uh catch a a gift when you like
Oh, like
yeah.
ring toss?
Oh, sorry, I don't know the name of
Oh no,
that, but
that's okay. It's like when you are you throwing the rings and then it lands on
yeah,
something? Okay,
uh-huh,
that's
yeah, kind of like
okay. I think
yeah,
I know what you're talking about.
yeah, that's like the games like that, just a little
Okay.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
carnival games almost.
What?
Oh, like a carnival, like when you go to, or fair games. If you
I probably have to search that, but
Oh,
sorry,
that's
I don't know
totally
the
okay. No, that's totally okay. Um, but yeah, so you really like games. That's really cool.
name.
Would
Mm-hmm.
you go with your family or would you go with your friends?
I go with my family.
Okay. Um, Changing gears a little bit to towards family. I was wondering if you could tell me a little bit about family dynamics in general or just anything you want about your family.
My family let me see what I can talk about my family. I only have father. I only have mother. I don't have fathers. That's the thing. And my Taiwanese family cultural.
Oh, sorry, you
Um,
cut out. Do you mind repeating?
okay, sure. So I can tell you a little my family culture.
Okay.
So we usually okay, how should I say it? We
Oh,
had two folk. Sorry, our family had two folk like combined together. One is Hakka and one is um how to say Minnan? The Minnan, if you just like direct translate.
mm-hmm.
Hakka and Minnan. I can type in here if you
Okay. Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Hakka and Minnan. So these two folk basically have like a role like being safe, like how should I say, like they like to save anything, like save money or like yeah, basically just saving money. I would say like that. And also their food is very special too. So my grandparents always teaching me like I cannot like spending too much money on something. I cannot like um being too pricey. Is that how you say it? Sorry.
No,
I really
you're totally
it's hard
okay.
to translate how they saying it.
No, you're totally okay. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
that's my grandparents telling me. My mom's is different. They have my moms have like new thoughts about the things.
Okay.
Yeah, my mom is pretty supportive, and she basically support me everything about like such as I like dancing. She will support me dancing. Even she spent a lot money on that, but it's great. And other than that, my mom's also inspire me to do whatever I want. If I want to try the new thing, she will just like, okay, go. I support you. And then she will give me anything if I need it. Yeah.
That's really
Pretty
nice that your
supportive.
mom is supportive of you.
Yeah. She's pretty supportive.
That's good. You mentioned that you danced earlier. I wanted to ask what kind of dance that you do.
Um, in Taiwan, I learned how to do ballet and also Chinese dance.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
I also was a ballet dancer. Fun
Yes. And then
Um,
when I immigrated to the Americas, I learned how to do jazz, hip hop, lyrical, contemporary. Yeah,
okay, nice. Would you mind telling me more about the Chinese dance that you did in Taiwan?
sure. In Taiwan, I learned Chinese dance in a dance studio, it's not in a school. And then I learned it pretty hard because my mom tried to put me into like a professional dance school. So I practiced the dance every day. And then I get into the professional dance school. Yeah, in my high school. Oh wait, actually in my middle school. Yeah, Taiwan school year is different than America. Like in the middle school. And what else? Chinese dance is different than other dance because Chinese dance is more like um about fork. You can say that. It's not like about like Chinese fork, not just like a structure like ballet. You have to do like first position, second position, like
Hmm. It's
that.
less, would you say it's less technique based, I guess?
uh, I won't say it's less technique because you still have a lot of technique need to
Oh
say.
yeah, not to say like I guess sorry. That's not what
um,
I meant. I meant like I guess ballet is like rigid and there's a lot.
I'm not sure. Like ballet is more like a a straight line. That it's more like a center. You have to sit your body in center. But in Chinese, you have more rounded things in
Oh,
your body. So you will dance more roundly.
oh, that's super interesting.
Yeah,
Was there a preference that you had? Like, did you like one type of dance more than the other?
I do. I like Chinese dance more, and I because I am Chinese teachers, but also I'm passionate with the Chinese dance. It's more different than others.
Mm, that makes sense. Did you compete or do performances a lot?
In Taiwan and both in Taiwan and America, I do competition too. So let's just talk about Taiwan. In Taiwan, I remember I do some group Chinese dance competitions, and also have doing a solo dance competings in Taiwan.
Okay.
Yeah, they are both uh okay. In solos, I compete the Chinese dance and also the ballet dance.
Okay.
Yeah. Um, well, I should say ballet dance is not good, so I did not get a good place in that one. But in Chinese dance, I think I'm doing fine. So I got a place over there because that's a special.
That's really cool. Would you say that it's still really important in your life? Well, you're still competing, right?
No, not right now.
Okay.
My body does not allow me to do competing right now.
Well,
I'm too old.
I get that with the ballet. I had this, I was getting too old. But what does it still have a special place in your life?
Special place?
Yeah, like do you still consider the dancing that you do important to your life?
It is. So I love dancing. It's not only it's because I competed, because I started, because I learning when I was little. I love dancing is because it bring me an honor, or like it bring me a um how to say, a feeling like I belong to this world. I feel like that.
Hmm.
Yeah. When I stand on the stage, I just feel like um I love it. Yeah, I think that's the main reason why I like dancing. Yeah.
No, that's really cool to see people super passionate about something that they love to do. Were there any other hobbies that you would do as a kid besides dance?
Unfortunately, no. My childhood is like around the dancing.
Hmm,
Like I really go into profession. So yeah.
that's really cool. Going back to your family, do you have any siblings? I was wondering that earlier.
Oh no. I'm the only child.
Okay. Um,
But
how,
I do have I have two cousins.
okay. Were you
They
close
live
with
with
them?
me.
Oh, they do. Okay, nice. How, if you're comfortable sharing, how close are you with your family?
I would say it's close, but not close right now because only me and my parents moved to America. My other family's member, like my grandparents, my cousin, and my auntie, they are all in the Taiwan.
Hmm, okay.
Yeah.
Um, how was the transition from moving? Did that change kind of how you perceive Taiwan at all living in the US?
Yes. First is the cultural difference. Oh my God, I remember this. I just do a speech about the cultural difference. Okay. So in Taiwan people, it's humble and like least showing themselves like in
Mhm.
public. But in America, like people's like showing their talents in public, it's pretty common and normal things. Like you can just say it, like, I can do this, I can do that. But in Taiwan, not many people can do that. We're kind of like hiding it, but not. Yeah. So I think cultural difference that I can really feel that is in the classroom. In Taiwan, when teacher asking, do you have any questions in the classroom? Like nobody will raise their hand to ask questions. We're afraid to ask questions. That's
Oh.
the thing. Even you really have question on something, you won't ask because teacher will just say, I just teach that. How can you just not remember it? You know the feeling?
Mhm.
Yeah, but America, no. So that's the difference over there. And also like in Taiwan, parents are more involved in their children's life. So teach
Okay.
like parents will like tell you you should do this, you should do that. The Asian people, like Asian parents.
Mhm.
But in America, parents are more like um let their children to choose what they want to do. I would say that.
Okay.
Yeah, cultural difference.
That's actually really interesting. Like, do you feel like your parents were more involved in your life when you were in Taiwan versus now, or do you think it's kind of the same?
Um, I feel like my parents start to release me. They are like trying to let myself to choose what I should do and what I want.
Mm,
Yeah, just independence, being independent. But in Taiwan, my mom's always like, okay, she's not always, but she still let me choose what I want. But after I choose what I want, she will plan after that. She will start to plan it, like what should I do? Just like a professional dance school like that one. I choose I want to dance, and then she will plan how can I get into the professional dance school. Yeah.
okay. Do you think that the way that your parents were involved in your life kind of affected like your daily routines? Like how should I word this? Um, like as a kid in Taiwan, when you would go about your day, do you think your parents were super involved in your day? Like even like helping you get ready, like stuff like that?
It is, even though they are not involved every moment, but my schedule is being planned
Mm,
from my parents. Yeah, because um because like she had a schedule for me. Like at every morning I have to wake up at 6. I have to go to school at 6:30. This is being planned either from school and her. And
mm,
then when I get back after school, I have to go to the dance studio to practice dance until 9 p.m. and then come back and then doing the homework from 9 to like I don't know, 10 or 11 based on my speed of doing the homework. And then I have to sleep before 12 and then wake up like, that's it, everyday things
okay, so
being
would you
planned.
say, oh, sorry. Um, would you say it was a pretty rigorous schedule then?
Uh,
Or but a pretty difficult schedule, not difficult, but long and like,
I got you, but I would say this schedule it's helping, but it's helping me life. Like, of course, it's helping me, but I don't like that because like every day I have to do the same thing again and again.
so it's like the repetitiveness of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think that there's certain values that you remember your family teaching you that you still hold on to today, like through raising you?
Um, being positive. Yeah, being positive. No matter what happened, being positive and show your perfect self to others and being improve it every day. Like if you find a mistake, being improve it. If you know it, just improve it. And also, mm, like control yourself better. I would say that control yourself. I don't know, but like oh, okay. I found a word. Strictly rule yourself, but treat others nicely, like widely. How do you
Hmm.
say? Mm-hmm.
Okay. Um, oh my gosh, I just lost my train of thought. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
I was gonna ask, if there were any specific like customs that you shared with your family that are really important to you, things that you did with your family that you still like hold dearly to yourself.
Um, oh, I think we do have some family rule. Family rule. I don't know that's a custom or not, but that's my family rule. Like, no matter the girl or boy, you cannot have like ear piercing, like any piercing. Yeah, and if you like before, I think before you become an adult, you cannot dye your hair. Is that the things? And also for girl especially, you cannot wear a clothes that's showing too much of your body.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. This rule are like I don't know. Some are healthy, some does not. But I'm in America right now, so whatever. They cannot control me.
Fair enough. If you're comfortable sharing, would you mind um telling me how like growing up with those rules, how that might have positively or negatively affected you?
They are positively protect me from like outside, but like inside, it just let me um I would say not helping me because I'm too little at that time. I cannot see like what's this rule mean about. But right now, look back from it, I feel like okay, they are trying to protect me and build like a correct view or like a correct I don't know correct thinking of the word.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that makes sense.
yeah, that's it.
Okay, and then changing subjects a little bit, I kind of wanted to ask about like food and memories, like what memories you have with food in Taiwan. Because we were talking about night markets earlier.
Yeah. So for food, it will be hard to let me say speak in English, but I will try my best to translate these food names. Okay,
Yeah,
so in
whatever works too.
okay, in Taiwan, we not only have night market foods, we also have like a homemade foods like family usually eating food,
Hmm.
like food. Um, so we usually eat rice and soup. And I won't say soup is daily thing, but it's good to have. Like if my grandparents want to cook, we will have that. Um, so for like if not night markets, it's hard to say because night market food is popular and like most people would know like uh most people will eat it,
Hmm.
such as like steamed tofu, like bobas or like I don't know, like steak, little steak. I don't know. These are popular in public, but we not usually eat that every day.
Mm, okay.
Yeah, we eat like vegetable, fried vegetable, like general fried vegetable, fried meats. It's more like that.
Okay. Is there a favorite food that you have from back in Taiwan?
Uh, favorite food? It's hard to say because when I when I was in Taiwan, I don't like to eat, but I do have favorite foods. It's green pepper bell fried with beef. I tried to translate that, but yeah, kind of like that. That one, that is the only family food that I can eat. Like I would like to eat. Other, I don't like
Fair enough.
it.
Is there a specific memory that you have or like that comes to mind when you think of food in Taiwan? Like maybe like a celebration or just like eating with your family. It could be anything like that.
Uh, Celebration, I think, um, every time, I mean, not every time, but my every birthday, every year, yeah, every years, we will go to the steak house to having the steak. That's kind of the chat, like my traditional, because steak is also like one of the food I can eat. I
Mm,
can eat. Yeah.
okay. And would you ever like go out to eat with your friends and stuff like that, or was it mostly just like eating at home?
No. I wanna go out to eat with my friend. I'm not usually spend time with my friends, I think so. Other than school time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um, maybe talking a little more about friends, like since you only hung out with them at school, were a lot of your interactions school based, or did you, or like how would did you build relationships with your friends?
That's a good question. Uh, so I build relationship with my friend based in the dance class. I think so. Yeah, because we are in a dance professional school.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's the only time that we can like have fun together. And I'm not sure. Okay, probably middle school is a little boring for me. Let's go back to elementary school. That will be a little fun. So we have like 15 minutes break every 45 minutes class. Yeah, after every 45 minutes class. In the break times, we will go to our school's little park. Like we can just like play a lot of games over the years. Yeah, the games like signal lights. I don't know, you know that. Like chasing somebody around. I don't know, just like childish games.
Hmm.
Yeah, the yeah.
Was there a favorite game that you liked to play when you were having those little breaks?
Um. Oh shoot, I don't know the I don't know the English name, but it's like uh like there's a ghost and there's a bunch of people. The ghosts have to chasing after people. If the ghost catch the people, that person will be a ghost. Which it,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah. That kind of thing.
Yeah,
Tag?
yeah,
Is it
yeah.
called tag?
I definitely, no, I've definitely played a version of that game when I was little too.
Yeah.
But we did it with like zombies.
Oh, zombie. Oh.
Yeah, like undead. So I guess kind of like ghosts, but like
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Similar, similar.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Do you still keep in touch with your friends from your childhood?
No.
That is fair. Um, what was one of your favorite memories growing up?
My favorite memories.
Or maybe what is a memory that you or like a positive memory that you remember? It could be anything.
I'm trying to think one because my childhood is around the dancing. I cannot think other than dance.
I mean, we can talk about dancing if you want. Like, it could be anything.
uh, we can just talk about this. um, like um, I can talk about some summer camp that's
Yeah,
finished about.
yeah. And also take your time, like no worries. And a reminder if there's any questions you don't want to answer, you don't have to answer them.
Okay. So in my studio, we usually have a summer camp that can teach us a special dance, like other than like classical Chinese dance. So in
Okay.
summer, my dance studio will invite some master teachers from China to here to teach us some Chinese folk dance, like Mongolian dance or like Dai
Ooh.
dance. Yes, they will invite some teacher from Beijing Academy. And then we will learn something like maybe like a little choreography from them and then having a showcase at the end of that, at the end of the summers. Uh, the thing I like, I would say that's the special memory is because like the master teacher always brings some special experience to us. So in Taiwan's dance teacher is very strict and pretty hard and difficult on us. It makes sense because we're going to professional,
Mhm.
but it's always being nice to have a nice teachers, right? So I think that's the reason why I like summer camp because those master teachers are usually being nice on us. So yeah, just different experience.
Yeah. And how did you like learning from different teachers too? Like the way that, um, like obviously like the way that they teach is different. So how was that experience?
Every dance teacher have their own teaching methods. So I would say mostly Taiwan dance teacher is um yelling us the most of time. Like they were trying to make us being perfect and
Hmm.
being as professional as we can. So like uh Taiwanese teacher is mad every time. So I am very scared to go to a dance class at that time. Uh, but I know it helped me to get my dance experience and dance technique, so I won't refuse to go. The master teachers, which is come from the Chinas, they are being nice. I don't know. I don't know. It's the reason because we are not really their students, so like being nice to us, or like just a summer, so like trying to be nice. I don't know, but like it's very enjoyable. Like we can have a freedom classroom, so we don't have to like just like a just dance suits, like like ballet
Hmm.
tutorial like that in
Yeah,
the
like the
times.
uniform.
We don't have to do that in summers, and
Mhm.
also we can talk in the classroom. And that's the things that we I feel like it's more freedom, and I like the summer camp. Yeah.
Yeah, I always hated that about ballet is that we had to be quiet and I couldn't talk to my friends.
Yeah, the teacher just like, shh, it's class, shut up.
I know, and then they'd say that we were like, oh, like don't be rude, like you're being unprofessional, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I also wanted to ask about like where you grew up, like the neighborhood that you grew up in. Just anything like what kind of neighborhood you grew up in.
Um, let me think. So my neighbor is pretty nice to everyone. And my grandmom, it's like I feel like my grandmom is a queen of that street. She knows everything.
Hmm.
Even like what time when I get out of school and what who I met at that time, she knows. Even though like I did not tell her, she knows everything. It's
Hmm.
because like everyone's like I feel like yeah, we are pretty close and connected. I can go to somebody's home to eat a dinners, and I can play with other children in the street. Like from my neighborhood, so I feel
Hmm.
like we are pretty close. Yeah.
Okay,
Sorry.
that's really cool. Um, would you say that the closeness was like a mostly positive experience, or or was it like a there were positives and negatives?
It is definitely positive because I feel like we are the big families.
Hmm.
Like we are really as a community, we are the big family, and everyone's helping each others. And even though, like, I mean, if one family have a trouble, everyone is trying to help them. And if someone's like have a weddings or like someone have like a big event, everyone go to congratulation and cheer for them. I don't know. So it's positive. It's great
Hmm.
to have like close community.
Nice. That's really nice to hear. How does that relate to moving to the US? Do you feel like that there's a big difference, or do you feel like the community that you live in the US is like kind of similar?
It's different because in the US, people not usually go visit their neighbor. That's
Hmm.
I don't know. It's not close as in Taiwan. Like in Taiwan, we can usually just like knock on other's door, like, okay, we make this and you can taste it, or like you can come to our house to have dinner. Like this is
Hmm.
pretty close. But in America, this will not usually happen. Everyone's like mind their self. Yeah, I
Hmm.
was like
That's really cool, actually. I also just wanted to ask, like what type of music you listened to growing up?
music.
Hmm.
Um, when I was little, I listened my grandparents singing. And then when I grew a little older, I started to listen to Taiwanese pop music. And then I come to America, I start to listen to American pop music. Yeah.
Okay. Is there a genre that you like more, or like an artist that you really like still?
Do you know Jay?
I don't, sorry.
Okay. Okay. That's the name, Jay.
Hmm.
Here, Jay.
Okay.
And last name? That's yeah, I think that's the whole name. Uh, okay, I think I found it
Okay.
here. Whole name. Okay. His song is very classic, but like classic as popular. I
Hmm.
like it much. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what should I say. I just like it. I like the genre.
Fair. How would you compare Taiwanese pop music to American pop music?
Mm, Taiwanese pop music. The big difference, is in Chinese.
Yeah.
uh, yeah. But I will say it's a lot of difference. But Taiwanese pop music is only listened by Taiwanese. Like, not a lot of people will like it because it's different.
Okay.
Not like English, not like American pop music, like whole words I listen to it.
Hmm.
So yeah.
Is there one genre that you like better as you've listened to music over the years?
Right now I only listen like American pop music right now. I'm not gonna listen to Taiwanese pop music.
Fair enough. Yeah, I always just like asking people like about music, so I think it's really interesting. Um,
Right
well,
now I listen to Adele.
I love Adele. She's so
Uh,
good. But anyway, I also oh, I also wanted to ask you, sorry, I'm kind of bouncing all over the place right now, but I'm remembering like questions that I wanted to ask you, but if you could think of one word to describe your childhood in Taiwan, what would it be?
One word?
Mhm.
Um, this had to be a lot of consideration. Mm, I would say rule. Yeah, like yeah, my mom is like, even though it's a good thing for me, but I still feel like it's a lot of rule for me.
Okay,
No
that's really
matter it's a family, no matter it's a family rule, or like a school rule, or like
mhm.
my mom's rule. It's just a lot.
Okay, thank you for sharing. And then I have one last question for you. I think we're okay on time.
Sure, 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 no problem.
Yeah, okay. Um, yeah. Oh wait, actually, sorry, I have two more questions. So sorry. And you totally don't have to answer this if you don't want to, but I wanted to ask, if you were comfortable describing maybe a challenging experience from your childhood in Taiwan, maybe something that you had to overcome.
Friendship.
Mm,
This can take a long time. So as I say, I was in the dance professional school, like
mm-hmm.
middle school, and in my years, we have like one male in the classroom, like only one male, and others are girl, like 23 girls and one boys in our classrooms. So it's pretty competitive, like competitive. Everyone's just like fighting for like a centers, I think so. So it's hard to building the friendship over there. There's a lot of drama happening every day. And so that I think that's the things that I have to overcome, and I am trying to um survive every day. Yeah. Um, I won't say I overcome that. It's still a question for me, but I overcome like how to build a friendship in America when I immigrant to America. In
Mm-hmm.
Taiwan, I still not overcome it. It's too hard.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing. I really appreciate it. Okay, and then last question.
Okay.
Um, if you could tell your younger self, a piece of advice, like if you could go back in time and tell your younger self, anything, what would you say?
Um, I would say thinking before you doing it. Yeah, thinking before you're doing it. Yeah, that's the sentence I want to tell,
Okay.
because I usually like talking to like straight, like without I like consider like how this will hurting people, like how this sentence will affected people. I usually just talk whatever I want, and it usually just not good. That's why I'm not surviving in that classroom every day. Yeah.
No, that's completely fair, but that's a really good piece of advice too.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say thank you so much again for sitting down with me and like telling me a little bit about your childhood. I really appreciate it.
So no problem. I hope this can help. I did not really talking too much about Taiwan, but I hope this helps.
No, it was perfect. Thank you so much. Like anything that you wanted, like anything that you said is gonna be like perfect.